All right, let's just jump right in. We've all seen it, right? That epic duel between Dumbledore and Voldemort in the Ministry of Magic. I mean, it's one of the biggest magical showdowns we ever got on screen. But what if I told you that what you saw, that was barely half the story? That the real duel was something way, way deeper.
Look, the movie gave us an incredible spectacle. This massive collision of two magical giants. It was awesome. But by focusing on all that flash and bang, it kind of missed the point. It missed the substance of what was really happening. And it definitely didn't show us the real reason Tom Riddle was so terrified of Albus Dumbledore.
So here's the fundamental difference, right? The movie, it was a contest of raw power, just who could throw the bigger, badder spell. But the book? Oh, the book showed us something completely different. It was a total systematic takedown of Voldemort's entire philosophy. It wasn't about power at all. It was about wisdom. Let's really get into it.
So our first piece of evidence, and this is something that's completely missing from the movie, it's just this masterclass in magical superiority. This is where you see the almost arrogant level of Dumbledore's skill.
So in the book, Dumbledore doesn't just, pop in and start throwing spells. The second he arrives, he brings the golden statues in the room to life. And this isn't just for a cool entrance. He's literally conducting an orchestra of magic, turning the whole battlefield into his own personal chessboard.
Okay, get this. While he's supposed to be in a life-or-death duel with the most dangerous dark wizard in history, Dumbledore is actually managing 3 separate things at the same time. 3! So while Voldemort is laser-focused just on him, Dumbledore's over here playing 3D chess.
So what are these 3 things? Well, first, he sends one of those statues to protect Harry, to act as a shield. Then, he sends another one to take out Voldemort's #1 Bellatrix Lestrange, just pins her to the floor, completely neutralized. And it's only then, after he's got all his other pieces moving, that he finally turns his full attention to Voldemort himself. You see the difference? Voldemort is fighting for his life. Dumbledore, he's just managing the room.
And this is where it gets really juicy, the psychological part. For a total narcissist like Voldemort, this is more than just bad strategy on his part. It's a massive insult. Dumbledore isn't even treating him like an equal threat. He's treating him like just one part of a problem that needs to be cleaned up. That casual, oh, I'll deal with you in a second attitude, that did more damage to Voldemort's ego than any curse ever could.
But trust me, the humiliation was just getting started. So next, Voldemort decides to pull out the big guns. He goes for his signature move, his ultimate weapon.
You know what I'm talking about, the killing curse, Avada Kedavra. This isn't just some spell you can block with a simple shield. It's instant, it's unblockable, it's death. For Voldemort, this is the ultimate end. It's his ace in the hole.
So Voldemort throws this unstoppable curse. And what does Dumbledore do? Does he pull off some super complex counterspell, dive out of the way? Nope. He basically does nothing. He doesn't block it, he doesn't dodge it, he just stands there.
Instead, his phoenix, Fawkes, just swoops down and swallows the green jet of light. The entire curse. Can you imagine what's going through Voldemort's head? His ultimate weapon, the very idea of a final absolute end, just got eaten by a bird. And then, Fawkes bursts into flame and is instantly reborn from the ashes, just a little chick.
This moment, this is everything. It's a physical, living, breathing example of the one thing Voldemort will never, ever understand. That death isn't the end. It's just part of a bigger cycle. With that one beautiful move, Dumbledore made Voldemort's most powerful weapon and his entire fear-based philosophy totally and completely useless.
So, with Voldemort's trump card now officially worthless, Dumbledore switches gears. He's not just on defense anymore. Now it feels like he's just trying to embarrass the guy.
Dumbledore whips up this giant ball of water, right? And it just completely swallows Voldemort, trapping him inside. But think about the choice of magic here. He could have used fire or spikes or anything deadly, but he uses water. He's not trying to kill him. He's trying to capture him, to contain him. He's treating the most feared Dark Lord of all time like a toddler who needs a timeout.
And this just lays out the power dynamic perfectly. Dumbledore is calm, in control. His intent is to capture. Voldemort, he panics. His next move isn't some grand evil plan. It's a desperate scramble to get away. He possesses Harry because he's trapped and he's freaking out.
So what finally kicks Voldemort out? Is it some amazing spell from Dumbledore? No. It's a single thought from Harry. He's in so much pain from losing Sirius, and in that moment he thinks, let him kill me, then I'll be with Sirius. He's not afraid of death. He's actually welcoming it, because it means being with someone he loves.
And that raw emotion, that pure love that's showing itself as this crushing grief, Voldemort's soul literally can't handle it. It's like poison to him. It's agony. And so he gets forced out of Harry's body. He's defeated. Not by a spell, but by the one thing he has always called a weakness: love.
Okay, so let's put it all together. When you look at all this evidence from the book, the real reason Voldemort was so afraid of Dumbledore becomes totally clear. And it was never, ever about who could cast a more powerful spell.
And that really is the final verdict, isn't it? The movie, it showed us a great fight. But the book showed us a complete and total dismantling. Dumbledore didn't just win a duel. He took apart Voldemort's entire philosophy, piece by painful piece, right in front of him.
Dumbledore's true power is that he never played Voldemort's game. He wasn't there to kill, he was there to teach. He wasn't there to destroy, he was there to protect and contain. And the biggest lesson he taught that day was this: raw power, the kind of magic Voldemort loves, is brittle. When it's wielded by someone with a broken soul, it will always shatter when it comes up against real wisdom and love. That's why Voldemort was afraid of him.
So yeah, this whole duel is just a perfect example of spectacle versus substance. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other amazing truths are hiding just underneath the surface of the stories we love? What else is there to find if we look past the big explosions and the special effects?
Subscribe to unlock more files from the Voldemort Dossier.